Now, automobile industry. If we're harnessed, what is the GDP ratio you think it can generate for Nigeria as a country?
Well, I'm not an economist that would give you statistics when it comes to GDP ratio for Nigeria, but I can tell you one thing. It's a large industry that has huge value chain. And when we talk about the value chain, okay, I am not somebody who is in support of the fact that we should right now force every company to come and make vehicles in Nigeria. That's what government is trying to do. Come and manufacture in Nigeria. We want you to come and make vehicles in Nigeria. I'm not interested in that. Personally, I don't even support that. We don't need to make vehicles in Nigeria. That's not the bottom line. That's not where we should start from. If we really want to start something in Nigeria, we have to start making vehicle parts, like South Africa does. South Africa is the single largest of catalyst converter in the world. Catalyst converter must be on every vehicle manufactured. Now they make catalyst converter because they have raw material for it already. Now, if we choose that in Nigeria, what we're going to do is make fabric for car seats, or we want to make glass for the mirrors, or we want to make tires for cars, or we want to use our steel deposit to actually make rims for cars, or make body panels for cars, or make headlamps for cars, or make spark plug for cars, or make brake pads for cars, and we concentrate a lot on that industry. At some point, manufacturers will come towards their own raw material and come without you forcing them to come and establish here a plant where they will reduce their level of importation of our own products now to wherever it is they manufacture. Because now it becomes an export for us. Now why don't we focus on those sustainable industries that can make spark plugs, brake pads, steering wheels, leather to make leather seats, glass, because we have a lot of deposit of raw material for glass in Nigeria. Make glass, make mirrors, windows, wheels, rubber, batteries. Maybe if we begin to develop that industry, you will fully understand and appreciate the value chain of that. If we say we want to make cars, of course, the moment we're making cars, we will need a supply chain. The supply chain logistics is there, maintenance is there, quality control is there. There are people that will be brought into this industry. So if you say, let's even focus now, take it away from that manufacturer and say the mechanics industry. I need spare parts every day. I need engine oil every time. I need oil filter all the time. I need brake pads all the time. I need drive belts all the time. I need so many parts all the time. If we have to say, okay, you know what, let's not manufacture. Let's not manufacture these parts that this guy needs. Let's begin to remanufacture the parts that these guys need. For example, let's say, okay, we want to ban importation of used engines into Nigeria. Engines that are being removed from people's vehicles. Let's buy the materials we need to rebuild them and test them to make standards so that we are recycling a lot of things that you see wasted all over the place. Go to mechanic garages now. What you will find mostly is you find a transmission that was removed from a car dumped here, engine removed from a car dumped here, kickstarter, alternator flying all over the place. That's a major pollutant. Now, can we not put together an industry where we can remanufacture these things to sell to ourselves at a cheaper cost? So if you say percentage in GDP, it can reduce, this industry can reduce our level of importation if properly harnessed, can increase our level of export if we are serious about it, and can empower hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people in terms of employment and job opportunities. A company like Cardon in the United States has 15,000 employees. And what do? What they do is you remove a kickstarter from your car, they buy it off you, remanufacture it, and sell to the market for cheaper than you will buy a brand new one, and will carry the same warranty as a brand new one, if not more warranty. and they have about 15,000 employees. That's just one factory, and it's just a supply line for mechanical workshops. So the potential is huge. And when you talk about GDP, it's not only about how much export we are doing, it's how much importation we are not doing as a result of having an industry that is robust enough to support it.